AI change aviation marketing?
Probably not very gracefully.
No change is ever graceful, right? But it certainly will be
But it
changing
will make
things.
change.
And I think it'll be a good thing.
Actually, AI has been, we've used AI in various and sundry pieces and parts of aviation for years, ever since the first autopilot. And before that, various and sundry types of field controls and so on.
Right. So I'm Paula Williams.
John Williams.
And we are AVCI. AVCI's mission is
To help all you folks out there in the aviation world sell more of your products and services, maybe even using AI.
Right, exactly. And this has been pretty much all we've been talking about for the past month or so with our clients and with everybody else. So I thought we would do a couple of podcast episodes to talk about what we're talking about, right?
Sure.
Okay. So how will AI change aviation marketing?
Yes.
Right.
In all respects.
Exactly. So there are, I think, three main ways that that's going to happen. One is that we all have a higher expectation of content, and that includes volume and quality. We are going to be expected to automate some customer service functions, and we will have more opportunity to work on our business rather than in it.
Absolutely.
All right. So first of all, higher expectations of content. The volume of content on the internet has been increasing exponentially for the past several years. And then with the advent of Midjourney and ChatGPT, it's just gone completely over the top. Google's worried, and rightly so, as is all of the other companies that are associated with the internet, just about volume, right?
Well, but regardless of volume, this thing does a hellacious amount of research in minutes.
So you can generate 4 articles in an afternoon when it used to take you that long to do one well-researched
Or
article.
one more in-depth article.
So quality and quantity, I think, are both increasing. There's and I think it's a temporary thing, that there's going to be a really high volume of terrible quality content that is just flooding the internet. The good news is that Google knows this, and all of the other search engines are adapting so that they are sorting that low quality content. They're adopting their algorithms as they always do. Google changes their algorithm several times a month, and of course they're looking into this and very concerned about it. So
Yeah, they should be.
if you have a high volume of human generated content on your website already, it shouldn't impact you very much. We had a little bit of a dip just because we have a huge website. We've been doing a podcast forever. We've generated a lot of content over the years. So when they first started, I would say a month ago, dumping content on the web, we did show a little bit of a bubble, a little bit of a dip. Downward bubble, I guess, down bubble. But that's pretty much resolved itself even by now, and we're recording this in February of 2023. So I would say that we've pretty much, whether Google has adapted to resolve that problem, or whether there's something particular about the aviation industry or something particular about the terminology we use, I don't know what the reason is, but we seem to have come out on the other end of that without much incident. And I think part of the reason for that is because low quality content has been a problem for a really long time. This is just the latest iteration of that.
Right.
Okay. So don't use AI to spin terrible content and just dump it out there on your website. You want to make sure that you're following a process, that you generate content, you edit it very well. It has a thought out structure, thought out by humans, and you're asking good questions of AI. You're letting it do the research for you. You're verifying the facts, and you're editing well.
And if you question something it comes up with, look it up yourself.
Exactly.
We've done it a couple of times and wow, didn't know that.
Right, exactly. We learned a lot of things that were true and false, that came up from our use of ChatGPT and other AI. So generating more content is what you need to do to get that same amount of visibility on your website, same position in the search engines, and other kinds of things, because your competitors are finding it easier to generate content as well.
Exactly.
Okay. So we have higher expectations of company that's in business is producing, their website is being updated on a regular basis. Their social media is being updated on a regular basis. If too much time goes by without producing content, people wonder if you're still in business.
Yes.
So,
in fact, we've had clients tell us that people call them, oh, we didn't know you're still in business or not. Your website's not changing.
right, the last press release on your website is 3 months old, are you guys still doing what you do? So, the expectations are higher. All right. Another thing that people are doing with aviation marketing is they are automating some of their sales process and some of their customer service.
As there's got to be a point where a human gets involved.
Exactly. So what this does is it just allows you to focus your people time better. Some of those customer service functions would be things like scheduling an appointment. You can use something like Calendly to do that. Whether you argue that that's AI or not, it's an automated function that should be available, so somebody could do that at 4:00 in the morning without picking up the phone and calling your office and expecting to get a human being to set an appointment for them.
Right. And for all those times when it doesn't work, we actually have an answering service. So a real live person will answer the phone.
Right. If you call
during business hours.
Yeah, if you call our office during business hours, you will get a human being who will tell you to go online and schedule an appointment, or they'll schedule an appointment for you. But still, people have that expectation that they will be able to do some things themselves, and by interacting with your website, interacting with your social media, and other things, right?
Yep.
Okay. Same thing with, whether you have a charter service or a flight school or an MRO or whatever, people expect to be able to get some information and make appointments or reserve a plane or, do a number of things themselves using some kind of tool. And I think those are getting better, and people are getting better at using them. This will also give you more time to work on your business rather than in it. So all of that time that you were spending generating content and all of those things, you can spend on your business, strategizing what should we be talking about in our podcast, rather than, doing the work of creating the back end and the transcripts and other things, because we have tools that will do a really good job of some of those things.
Yep, absolutely.
Right. Okay. So outsource some of your lower, what would we call them? Lower value tasks to AI if you can, and then spend that amount of time working on your business rather than in it.
But no matter what you outsource to AI, just double check it.
Absolutely. Right. Don't let it run amok.
Exactly.
Exactly. So with those caveats, we're all for it, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay. We'll see you next week.
Ciao.